We're back with another video in the series we like to call Hidden Gems of Italian Cuisine, where Eva introduces us to an Italian dish that isn't very famous, often even within Italy, but that deserves a little bit more attention. Where are we off to today, Eva? Which region of Italy?
Today we are going in one of the most well-known region of Italy. For sure, one of the most well-known from a food point of view, because we are going to Campania. Campania is the region where the main city is Naples.
Naples is kind of like, it's home to maybe more like worldwide recognizable Italian food than any other city in Italy. Bologna's maybe second, but
Naples for sure is the first one, because if a person thinks about Italy, the first thing that comes into mind about food is pizza. And pizza is from Naples. Pasta. And for pasta I mean spaghetti with tomato sauce, and the spaghetti with tomato sauce is from Naples. So actually Naples creates the idea of Italy outside of Italy. It's also real that in Campania there isn't just Naples. There are other wonderful and beautiful cities, like for example Salerno, Benevento, Avellino, Caserta.
well, very famously, you know, everyone knows the famous Amalfi Coast, that's
Absolutely.
Campania.
Everyone knows the mozzarella di bufala, which is not from Naples, but actually is all from Caserta or from Salerno, the province of these two big cities. Everyone knows the lemon that comes from Capri and the limoncello.
You could spend a lifetime exploring the food of Campania, even just Naples, and still not discover everything.
But also us that we went so many times to Naples,
We always find something new.
we never eat the same thing except for the pizza.
Except for pizza. But today we're not looking at pizza. We're looking at something that very few people have ever had. I am lucky enough to have had it because in a video we made last year, I'm still getting used to the fact that it's 2026. In a video that we made last year, you took me to one of the few restaurants where really you can still find this dish.
This dish is a very old traditional dish from Naples, and it was one of those dishes eaten by the poor people. Yes, in Naples they were the poor people that they eat something, the very rich people that they eat other things, but there was a sort of, how do you say, lift between the two parts of the society, because the food of the poor people, like the pasta, like the pizza, like this dish, was so good that the nobility...
Now it's the food of rich people. It was food of everyone, you know, yeah.
They all liked. There was always a sort of, how do you say? I don't want to say immersion, fusion.
Fusion,
Between the food of the nobility and the food of the poor people. So it started like a very poor food, but nowadays actually is a very royal dish.
It is literally a rich dish because, spoiler alert, it involves a tomato sauce. That sauce absolutely blew me away. I don't think I've ever had a tomato sauce with that much flavor. It was unlike any other tomato sauce I've ever had.
Because it was a special tomato sauce. It's a tomato sauce that wasn't like no other, that is like no other tomato sauce in the world.
Okay, now I'm intrigued to see how this is made. Should we get cooking?
See, Harper.
Oh yeah, those don't look like tomatoes.
No, those look like bell peppers or peppers in general. And we are going to use those peppers because this special tomato sauce actually is a tomato pepper sauce. In Naples, traditionally, they use something that is called conserva di pomodoro, that, just to make you understand, resemble like the tomato paste but made with bell peppers. In Naples, you can go in a grocery shop and find it very easy, but because I know that not all of you live in Naples, I'm going to show you a way in which you can make your own pepper sauce that is very close to what they use in Naples. I'm going to use bell peppers, and here I have some Calabrian spicy pepper. because the best way is actually to mix both of them, sweet and spicy at the same time. And one thing that is very, very important is that you use red bell peppers.
Yeah, you want that color.
You want the red color. What you need to do with your bell peppers is remove the seed and then clean it inside, like all this. And then you can actually just cut in pieces. We need some olive oil in a pan, medium heat, and we can place our pepper into the pan because at the end we need just to saute them a little bit. Some salt that will help the peppers to release water.
We're just one ingredient in and it already smells so good.
Yeah, that's at the beginning. And we cover them and wait 10 minutes so they can start to soften a little bit. So when the peppers reach this consistency, as you can see, they are very, very soft. They are pretty much ready. So we can turn off the heat and now we're going to blend them. Now that our pepper sauce is ready, it's time to take care of the meat.
Which means it's also time for me to give a spiel about the meat.
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, before Eva shows you what the meat is for this dish, I need to both defend it and sort of make a little disclaimer. This dish uses an assortment, a variety of organ meat, usually pork, but it can be beef too. That means heart, liver, lungs, kidney, spleen. Now I know that a lot of people are really turned off by that kind of meat. They would never dream of eating something like that. I get it, I used to be that way too. Before you give up on the recipe though, if it really is a deal breaker for you, you can use normal meat, meaning chunks of meat that you would put in like a stew or a ragu or something. In fact, I know of one person in Naples who makes this with pork belly, which sounds pretty good. However, here's why I would encourage not doing that and sticking with the tradition. Number one, organ meat is really nutritious. It's really good for you. It might be a boring reason, but it's important. Number two, depending on where you live, I know that a lot of people are struggling with the cost of meat right now. Prices are getting absolutely insane. Organ meat? They're basically giving that stuff away. Number three, the dish will absolutely not be the same if you use normal meat. You'll see why later, but the flavor will be completely different. It'll be good, but it won't be the same. Four, and most importantly, organ meat is delicious if you cook it in a way that complements the strong flavors that organ meat has. And that's precisely what this dish does. So in short, highly recommend seeking out the correct meat for this recipe. However, this recipe is so good that if it's absolutely a deal breaker for you, we would rather that you try it with a substitution than never try it at all, if that makes sense. All right, let's go cook some spleen. Yep, that's a Neapolitan recipe, all right.
Yes, because it requires lard. We melt the lard on a medium heat, and then it's time to add our meat. And now we need to stir it because we need to seal all the meat. We can add some salt. And what we need to do now is wait until all the water released by the meat will evaporate. Like you are doing a normal ragu, because at the end, this is a ragu. Once the water is completely evaporated, we are going to add in my case, red wine. If you don't have red wine, feel free also to use white wine. And you know the rule about wine. We need to let the alcohol completely evaporate. The pepper sauce is not the only thing that makes this tomato sauce different, but also the kind of tomatoes that we are going to use. In this case, we are going to use tomato paste.
Ah, that explains a lot.
How many secrets we are revealing today? So what we need to do is actually loosen up.
Thin it?
Yes, with some water. Now we reduce the heat, medium low, and we can add our tomato paste. The secret special ingredient, the tomato, potato, the pepper paste. Mix.
Well, so far it looks right. That looks like what I remember.
Grazie, Harper. Bay leaves. Fresh bay leaves. If you don't have fresh, use the dried one because they are going to give to our ragu a very defined taste. A stalk of rosemary. I'm going to add a little bit of extra water because, as you can see, it's already very thick, but it needs to cook, so it needs water. Salt. What we need to do is having a little patience because it needs to cook. And when it starts to simmer, we can partially cover it and let it cook for about an hour and a half. One of the traditional ways to serve this, let's call it ragu, is with pasta. But there is another way in which you can serve, and you can eat it by itself. But in this case, you need some good bread.
All right, should we see how it is? Ooh, that smells good.
And it remembers me what I had in Naples.
Yep.
It's done.
So many mysteries are clicking into place now that I've seen this dish made. When Eva first had me try this dish in Naples, I was absolutely blown away by how incredible and just like powerful the tomato sauce is. Well, now I know the secret.
Now you know that it's not just tomato sauce.
Yeah. So, do you want to tell us what this dish is for those who didn't see the previous video?
So this dish has actually two names in Naples. It's called or soffritto napoletano or zuppa forte.
Which means strong soup, which is a very apt title.
Nowadays, it's something that not in every family is cooked anymore, but it's more made by the butcher.
Yeah.
In fact, when we are in Naples, you can go and see all these butchers that they have the small portion that then you can buy, bring back home, put some water and reheat. Yeah,
like we said in the video where actually I tried it for the first time, it's very rare that you see it served in a restaurant. It's something you kind of have to buy at a butcher shop, bring home, reheat yourself. So
or go in those few places that they still make the zuppa forte.
But it's not easy to find, so it's worth trying for yourself. Well, let's see how it is.
Alper, buon appetito.
Buon appetito.
No, it's something that.
It's just as good as I remember it. And yeah, that tomato sauce just being that combination of tomato paste, which is so thick and concentrated, just so much flavor in there, plus the peppers, which I never would have known it was peppers, but
because you taste that is a very good tomato sauce.
yeah, but you can't quite tell why.
And then there is the bread that soaks all the flavor, all the sauce.
And because the sauce is so powerful and has so much flavor, that's why the organ meat works so well.
Because it's strong.
Yes, it's like if you just use normal meat, it would be lost in that sauce.
Absolutely.
Not that it would be bad, but it like there would be almost no flavor in it because the sauce is so powerful.
It's so good. Flavorful.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people they are squeamish because at the end it's a part of the meat.
Well, just like any ingredient, you have to know how to cook it, and you need to cook it in a way that complements what it is. And this is how you do it.
This is the
this
way
is
to
the
go.
way.
This is the way to go.
I think that might be like the best tomato sauce I've ever had. I realize it's not a normal tomato sauce. I realize it's not only a tomato sauce. The fact that you can eat that with this flavor and not have to go all the way to Naples is a marvelous, marvelous thing. What an age we live in. What a world we live in. You have the secrets to this on your phone, on your iPad, on your TV, from the comfort of your couch.
This is the love letter of Harper to the Zuppa Forte.
It's so good. It's hidden, it's not easy to find, but it's like, it's more than a gem. What's more than a gem?
I don't know, Harper, more than a gem.
We need a tier above hidden gem.
So which is the most gem of all the hidden gem.
Yeah.
And this is up there to be one of them.
Let us know if you have an idea for so the next level up from a hidden gem. We very much hope that at least some of you try to tackle this dish, overcome the fear of organ meat, like this pasta grammarian who made another very adventurous meat dish.
It's a very porky. This pasta grammarian made the cassola, that is a traditional recipe from Lombardia, and it's another meat dish that reuse all the part of the pork.
Even more, actually. Uses like ear and snout and hoof and stuff, yeah.
Yes,
it's really good though.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So, very good job.
Well done. Thanks for trying that one. If you enjoyed the video and you like learning about new, interesting Italian recipes that you maybe never heard of, please hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next one. Ciao.
Ciao.